Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to Dual Destinies. Yeah, I got the game right this time. Are you proud of me? Previously, we got our first cross-examination in this trial of the killer whale that apparently killed Jack Shipley. But we managed to prove that what the first witness said, thought she saw wasn't actually what happened. No, she just came into a conclusion based off the partial things she saw. And we managed to prove that that body was in the orca tank for 10 minutes. He was dead long beforehand, and to that end, it's looking like the perpetrator might have been an employee of the aquarium because it seems that the witness, Norma de Plume, was purposely made into a witness. Someone waited for her to approach the tank before using the whistle to give the whale a command. So to that end, let's continue. It would appear we need to shift our suspicion towards someone other than Orla. Prosecutor Blackquill, please have the bloodstained coin analyzed. You waste your breath. I guess even Prosecutor Blackquill can't refute the possibility of a human suspect. You did it, boss. If the crime happened beside the pool, there's no way an orca could have done it. Now, if only we could find the bag the coins were in. In light of the new discovery, it would appear that the orca couldn't have done it. Exactly, Your Honor. If the blood on the coin proves to be that of the victim, we can unequivocally overturn Orla's accusation.
Objection!
Uh-oh. The cuffs come off. Overturn the defendant's accusation. I think not. Ah! His hair! Wait, another came out? Oh. That was really funny. Oh, my hair. My beautiful hair. Yesterday, a new inmate was brought into the prison. He said, the moment you relax is when you're most vulnerable. And what did this man go in for? He is merely a sneaky thief who enjoys a spot of fishing now and again. But Wright Dono here would be easier to hook than any fish. That hawk sure does love the judge's head. Oh, what? The bag? Wait, oh. Did he have that the whole time? What the hell? What's this? That coin from before and some sort of bag. A bag? I don't think I'm gonna like this. This is the coin bag the 300 coins were in. I believe you were looking for this. How did you get that? I never said we didn't find it at the crime scene. The bag had blood on it, so naturally I had it sent to the crime lab. And does the blood belong to the victim? It does indeed, as does the blood on the coin. Well, this is good for us, right? I knew it. So the blood on the coin did belong to the victim. The bag was open and the coins had all spilled out. But the bag alone wasn't proof enough to say that it was used as a murder weapon. However, thanks to the defense and their coin, I am more than satisfied that it was. Really? This isn't a gotcha? This isn't an updated autopsy report moment? He's agreeing? This is really good for us, right? Prosecutor Blackquill, are you conceding that the true culprit committed the murder with the bag of coins? I shall concede that the victim was put into the pool after his death. However, even with the bag, it doesn't change the fact that it was the orca that killed the victim. Oh my god, really? What? How can you still suspect Orla? You said that the true culprit manipulated Orla's behavior. But Orla isn't the kind of orca that would let someone control her. If anything, Orla used the victim's behavior against him to murder him. What? What? But... are you arguing that the orca manipulated a human being? To prove it, I have summoned another witness. Marlon Rhymes. Take the stand. Marlon Rhymes is a witness? Well, here we go. Well, don't just stand there. State your name. I told you I didn't want to be a witness. I thought one witness would be quite enough to prove the defendant's guilt. But apparently Wright Dono won't be satisfied until every stone is turned. Well, son of a... Alright, fine, if I gotta talk, then let's get this over with. Mr. Rhymes doesn't seem like a willing witness. I wonder what Prosecutor Blackwell is going to have him testify about. So could we have your name and occupation for the record, witness? I knew it. Ahoy! Yo yo! Yo ho ho! People of the law, time to testify. Chillin' with my crew at the ship shape, orcas, penguins, and the seascape. Cleanin' and feedin', there ain't no end. But them bratty kids, tours, I shall transcend. Noob animal keeper from the House of Rhymes. I'm the master keeper, Marlon with the rhymes. That was really good. Oh my! I'm afraid I couldn't understand a word you said. Is that flip-flop music young people nowadays like? So close, Your Honor, so close. And yet so far. Please proceed with your testimony, witness, without the flip-flop. Okay, fine. But I don't want to do this, I tell ya. I feel like I'm selling Sasha out. The man manipulating orca. At about 10 a.m., I was in the staff room. I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in. I couldn't see the captain or the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered about. The orca knows that there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain. Well, if stuff was piled up there, which I believe, actually, we saw that to be the case, why would the orca knock it over? There was no person standing there to hit a volleyball at. Huh. So that gives us a little more info about the area around the orca pool. The defendant made the stuff fall down. Overturned crates and assorted props were scattered all over the pool room floor. There is no doubt that it was the orca that caused the mess. But could she really have done that from within the pool? As I said, the orca is the only one that could have performed such a feat. The pool and its room were tidied the night before, including its various odds and ends. But when our rhyming Marlin took a look-see, over 400 pounds of props had fallen. To move it all in one go would challenge even the brawny prisoner in the cell next to mine. What is he? The jail gossip? So, how did 400 pounds of items fall all at once? I'll tell you how. The orca pulled on the cloth that was underneath them. A weight that would be all but impossible for a human to move. It was child's play to an orca. Wouldn't the cloth just rip off when it's pinned down by that much weight? During a friendly game of volleyball, the defendant made the crates fall, and the bag of coins that was among the items fell on the victim's head and killed him. The orca then toyed with the victim's body underwater, which is what Mr. Plume saw.
Objection!
But the witness only said he heard a loud noise. It doesn't automatically make it the sound of Orla making the items fall. Also, Why did you only look in on the pool room anyway, Mr. Rhymes? That orca sometimes makes a loud noise to summon her trainer. But I'm still a newbie, so I don't have a security card to get into the pool room yet. So even if she tries to summon somebody, there isn't much I can do about it. I see. So the witness couldn't enter the crime scene.
Objection!
If Mr. Rhymes couldn't enter the room, there's at least one thing he can't be sure about. His statement that the orca was playing volleyball is purely speculation.
Silence!
Whether the orca was actually playing volleyball or not is not the issue. Traces of the orca's saliva were found on the cloth that was underneath the crates. Oh! That is a ridiculous level of investigation. Why would anyone look at it that closely? The important point is that the orca is the only one that could have moved the items. Arrgh. Have to discredit that statement somehow. If I don't, it'd mean that Orla was the culprit, even if the victim died beside the pool. I like how this is black and white. Because the orca's just black and white normally. It was like, oh yeah, that is black and white. Yeah. Yeah. Well, here we go. Let's press him for all he's worth. At about 10:10 a.m., I was in the staff room.
Hold it!
Are you sure about the time you were in the staff room? What? Yes, I'm sure. I'm pretty good with time. Never been late to work once. Huh. If he's sure about the time, then there's something wrong with that statement. I better take another look through the court record. Yeah, if he's good with time, would he need a reminder? All right, please continue with your testimony, Mr. Rhymes. I heard a loud noise from the pool room, so I went to the door to look in.
Hold it!
You heard the noise all the way in the staff room. That's right. The orca pool room and the staff room are pretty close to each other. Anyway, I heard the noise, so I went to the door of the pool room. But I don't have a security card, so all I could do was look through the door crack. What kind of noise did you hear? Want me to describe it? Ah, yes. Yo whirred up to the courtroom to crash, boom, bowing down to relativity. Everything fallen with sweet simplicity. This testimony, yo, it ain't got no fallacies. Things fallin' and breakin' was pure insanity. Kinda like that. Okay, but why the need to wrap it? Well, I didn't really get all of that, but in any case, I gather it was a very loud noise. Very well, please describe what you saw at the scene. I couldn't see the captain of the orca, but I saw a bunch of coins scattered around.
Hold it!
You couldn't see the victim. I was just looking through the door crack. I guess all that stuff was blocking my view. I did notice a whole bunch of coins scattered all over the place, though. But at the time, I had no idea the captain was dead. Killed by gold coins. Ironic, isn't it? Perhaps the orca wanted to be paid for her labor, paid in coins raining from the skies. Coins raining from the skies? He makes it sound almost poetic. But the hard truth is that those coins were actually the murder weapon. We all deserve to be paid for our work, do we not? I shall have a fine meal tonight. If you find our client guilty, that is. Wait, do prosecutors not get paid if they don't get the... What? Okay, the implications of that comeback Phoenix are weird, but okay. Mr. Rhymes, do you have a theory on how the things got knocked down? Of course I do. The orca knows there's a certain spot people stand to play volleyball with her.
Hold it!
She uses this ball and does a spike, right? We had a nice little demonstration of Orla's spike for ourselves just yesterday. If you stand on the mark on the floor, the orca spikes the ball at you. Taka is good at flying straight at his target as well. And I see plenty of targets right here in this room. Alright, quiet down, edgelord. No. Everybody's so busy protecting their head, they forgot about the trial. Including you. That was nice. Tell them what the defendant caused to happen. Well, the orca knows people stand in a certain spot for volleyball. I think maybe she knocked down the stuff that was piled up there and hit the captain.
Hold it!
Are you saying you think she knocked down the items on purpose? I don't want to believe it myself, but that orca's pretty smart. It'd be easy for her to pull the cloth the stuff was on while she was playing volleyball. Orcas are really strong. One good pull and all those things would come crashing down. I guess maybe an orca could be strong enough to make that much stuff fall. I've never seen an orca play tug of war myself. But the fact is, this one did. The traces of the orca's saliva found on the cloth prove it. How long do you plan to walk tightrope on those shaky theories of yours? Wait until you see me do acrobatics. Moments like these are what I become a lawyer again for. I don't know why, but Mr. Rhymes is lying. I'm afraid I have to expose that secret he and Pearls were keeping to resolve this. Uh-oh. 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 What was the secret again? Oh, hold on. Okay, so... So what one line here seems the most suspect? Okay, this, who? Okay, Oh, right, the food prep room! He was in the food prep room, right? At about 10 a.m. I was in the staff room. But wasn't he somewhere else? Hold on. Yes, you were meeting with Pearl Faye. You were in the feed room, right?
Objection!
Oh, thank God. Okay. Yeah, I think like 90% of the events that transpired in the investigation phase has been replaced entirely with just other things. Final Fantasy XIV, I'm obsessed with that main story, man. Anyway, you say you were in the staff room, but is that really true? Of course it's true. Why would I lie about a thing like that? Mr. Rhymes, have you ever seen this calendar before? Hey, that's... I see you recognize it. Yeah, that's the rifle calendar. It's a big hit at the Shipshape Aquarium gift shop. Thank you for shopping at Shipshape. Mr. Rhymes, please refrain from scattering fish about the witness stand. Not to worry, Your Baldness. Taka will have them cleaned up in no time. I guess that bird comes in handy now and then. All right, Mr. Wright, we have all seen your cute souvenir. Now, if you wouldn't mind. No, Your Honor. This isn't my calendar. It was originally the witness's, but it came into the possession of a certain young lady. What? Mr. Rhymes and this young lady first met each other in the food prep room. After a mishap, their calendars got switched around. They ran into each other at about 10:10 a.m. in the food prep room. So clearly, the witness was not in the staff room. In other words, there's no way he could have heard the noise in the pool room upstairs. Yar! What's this? This is the first I'm hearing about any calendar. That's because Mr. Rhymes and Pearls were keeping it a secret. You lied to me? This transgression will not go unpunished. Arr! So, Mr. Rhymes, you didn't hear the noise of the equipment falling after all, did you? Okay, I admit it. I didn't hear the noise in the orca pool room myself. But somebody told me about it. Who told you about it? It was, Unless you tell the truth, Mr. Rhymes, I can't save Orla. And I'm sure you know how sad that would make Miss Buckler. I heard about it from Sasha. I knew it. What? From Miss Buckler? But that doesn't make sense. What is going on here? Now it's a trainer's own words that drive the orca into a corner. How do you like being bitten by your own client, right, Dono? Ugh, I certainly didn't see this coming. What perfect timing. There was something I wanted to ask Miss Buckler about the orca. The prosecution calls the trainer, Miss Sasha Buckler, to the stand. Yes, I suppose it would be a good idea to hear what the orca's trainer has to say. I don't know what Sasha's going to say, but I'll just have to meet it head on, whatever it is. We will take a 20-minute recess while the witness is summoned. To be continued. Right now. Mr. Wright, are you going to cross-examine Sasha? I guess I'll have to ask her about the noise from the stuff falling down. Mr. Wright, Mr. Rhymes, why did you lie? I didn't want Sasha to have to appear in court. I thought if anybody had to testify, I should be the one to do it for her. But why would you go to all those lengths? Did you see the entry for the 20th on that calendar? The note about meeting the captain at the orca pool. Yeah, I found that calendar in the nap room. I think it's probably Sasha's. Oh. Huh. What? Then that means... I guess it does look like more of a woman's calendar than a man's. What, are we gender assigning calendars now? Come on. Men can like cute penguins. I like cute penguins. I didn't want suspicion to fall on Sasha. Mr. Wright, I gotta go back to the aquarium to look after the orca in Sasha's place. I'll be rooting for you on the other end of that TV phone. Please, take care of Sasha. Okay, We can't let Prosecutor Blackwell get the best of us. Time to refocus. You're right. After all, we're the only ones who can save Orla. July 21st, 11:02 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. 4. The court will now reconvene. Prosecutor Blackwell, please call the witness to the stand. Again, you waste your breath. Me name be Sasha, and I be one of Captain Orla's swashbucklers. I come to rescue me bucko from the false charges put on her by dread pirate Nostash. Nostash. I guess Nostash refers to Prosecutor Blackwell this time. Well, it can't be the judge. He has a mustache and a full beard. Now then, Captain Judge, shall we begin the pirate court? Captain Judge? I rather like that. It makes me feel like a salty old sea dog. And scene. How was that for a self-intro? The court is not a show. State your full name and occupation. I'm Sasha Buckler. I work at Shipshape Aquarium. I perform in our Swashbuckler Spectacular pirate show alongside Orla as her trainer. Well, you seem like a completely different person now. You really think so? Thanks. I was in my pirate show persona just then. Prosecutor Blackwell said I could introduce myself any way I like. I'd bet money he didn't think you were going to do it like that. And what will this witness testify about? The orca manipulated the victim into playing volleyball and then knocked the items down. The witness will report about hearing the noise that caused the victim's death. Now wait just a minute. Sure, Orla uses a ball to break props sometimes. She even spiked the ball at the giant octopus's leg yesterday when I was cleaning. So Orla was the one who broke that leg, huh? But she couldn't have knocked down that huge stack of equipment with her little ball. I thought you were paying attention to the trial over the telecast. But you apparently know nothing of what we have been discussing. The orca knocked down the equipment by pulling on the cloth that was underneath it. No one said anything about the orca knocking it down with a ball. What? Oh, her life rings popped. Oh no. What? Is that what we're talking about? Oh, I came in here to give Prosecutor Nostash a good keel hauling. But I'm the one getting the cat o' nine tails. Oh, he's as vicious as a tiger shark. Miss Buckler, just focus on your testimony and you'll be all right. Don't worry, we'll take care of that tiger shark for you. Oh, that's cute. Thank you, Athena. Okay, I can do this. My testimony will be phenomenal. Oh no. All right, Miss Buckler. Please proceed with your testimony. Hearing the noise. I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise, but the aquarium guest's scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. I talked to Norma de Plume first and then went to the pool room with the security guard. The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all. Wait, what? So how did the captain's body get up out of the pool? Huh. Her story doesn't seem to be much different from Marlon Rhymes' testimony. Or does it? The circumstances are different. The actual order of Orla's actions depend on the order the witness heard the two noises. If she heard the scream first, the prosecution's claims don't stand up.
Objection!
Unfortunately for you, she doesn't remember the order of what she heard. She doesn't? I was distracted at the time, so I don't really recall which one I heard first. I was lost in thought until the guard brought me back to myself. Sorry I'm no help. As long as the order remains unclear, I shall not alter the prosecution's claims. After killing the victim with a bag of coins, the orca toyed with the body in the water. I have to turn things around here somehow. Unless I can prove the sound Sasha heard was not the sound of the victim's murder. Blackwell's claim that Orla pulled down the equipment to kill the victim will stand. If I want to save Orla, I have to find a contradiction, no matter how small. Very well. Your cross-examination, please, Mr. Wright. I admit I heard Orla summoning me with a loud noise.
Hold it!
What made you think Orla was summoning you? Orla knows the sound of her cries doesn't carry far enough, so sometimes she summons people by making a loud noise. That Orla is smarter than the average whale, I tell ya. It's not a whale. Taka would not be bested in a battle of wits. Wait a minute. Widget is the smartest one of us all. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the smartest one of all? Widget. Am I expected to enter trucy into this my kid is better than yours Appaloosa? And did you heed the summons of this very intelligent Orla immediately? I couldn't right away, although I was concerned about her, of course. But the aquarium's guest scream I heard over the walkie-talkie was more urgent. Why would a guest have a walkie-talkie? It's issued to all aquarium staff, only.
Hold it!
You heard Miss de Plume scream. That's right. I heard her scream through the walkie-talkie of a guard making his rounds. Oh. That's one extremely fine... Wait, how's that possible? Don't walkie-talkies work by pressing a button to send things over? It was just a guard doing his rounds and the walkie-talkie was in its place, like attached to him. Why would sound come through? Over. Ah, I can still hear it in my head. It was so loud I thought it was a sea lion. This de Plume sort of reminds me of a sea lion, actually. I know, right? Oh, I should call her Sea Lion Lady and see how she likes it. I guess Athena is still upset about being called Yellow Girl. What did you do after hearing the visitors scream? I talked to Norma de Plume first, and then went to the pool room with the security guard.
Hold it!
You and the security guard headed to the Orca pool room. Yeah, apparently, that obnoxious rider lady says she didn't trust me by herself. That's why, after talking to her, the guard and I went to the pool room together. Why be the wench so suspicious? Arr! I demand a swordfish duel. That's what I felt like saying to her anyway. I'm afraid I don't get it. That was a line from the show when Orla and Sasha quarreled with each other. Didn't you do your swashbuckler spectacular homework, Your Honor? Why am I getting scolded here, Mr. Wright? And why am I getting scolded here, Your Honor? Miss Buckler, please tell me what happened after you headed to the pool room. All right. When the guard came and when the guard and I got there, we saw that. The equipment was everywhere, and the captain was lying in the middle of it all.
Hold it!
What do you recall about the scene exactly? I don't remember much, to be honest. I was in total shock from seeing the captain like that. If you ask me something specific, I might be able to remember, though. Specific questions, huh? Okay, let's see. What should I ask her about? Huh. Tell me about Jack Shipley, his body. Could you tell me more about the state you found the victim in? It's so hard to even think about right now. Sasha's deeply traumatized by the victim's death. I guess I shouldn't push her on it then. Poor Sasha. She must have really adored him. Do you think Orla really did make that stuff fall down? I think we probably need more information before we can know what really happened. Let's be careful not to let a single inconsistency slip by us. Okay, let's try that again.
Hold it!
Let's skip forward. Tell us about the things scattered around. Could you tell me more about these things that were scattered around? They were equipment and props for the new show. The new show? Yeah, we were supposed to debut a brand new swashbuckler spectacular yesterday. We already defeated the giant octopus and No Stash after all. We were going to have a new nemesis, Red Stash. He's on the flyer. Oh, that's the flyer Rifle was distributing. Who will obtain the gold coins hidden in those Skull Rock? Oh. That Skull Rock. That's not a crack in the rock, it's a designed mouth. Son of a... Leave it to you, Athena, to know all about it. Arlie's even got some new tricks for the new show. Oh, okay. So all the stuff that fell down was for the new show, is that it? That's right. A bunch of props and crates and other equipment stacked up. Your Honor, for the record, I'd like that information added to the witness's testimony. Very well. Miss Buckler, please append what you just said to your testimony. Sure thing. The props for the new show were everywhere, and the captain was in the middle of it all.
Hold it!
These props for the new show, what kind of things were they? A blow-up dolphin and anchor. Red Stash's costume, the bag of coins, stuff like that. Wait, no. Is there a better shot of the... Huh. The captain was wearing his usual costume, and the new props were all there. His usual costume. No, he does not have the red stash. Wait a minute. Something about that doesn't seem right. Is there a problem with Sasha's testimony? Yes, there is. You say the captain was wearing his usual costume, but is that completely accurate? Wait, where's the red scarf? Okay, the red scarf is right there. That's a cloth that came loose, but... Huh. Come on, Phoenix, what are you nitpicking my testimony for? If we look at the body, we see that there's a discrepancy between that and your statement. You stated that the victim was wearing his usual costume. but you'll notice that the victim was wearing a red scarf around his neck. I imagine this red scarf is part of his costume for the new pirate show. Oh, you're right. It's written right here in the flyer for the new show. Featuring the dashing red stash with our fluttering red scarf. God, you know what I just got reminded of? Maybe it's fresh on my mind because the remaster or remake just came out, but remember Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door in Chapter 5 where you're on the island and there are those, like, statues with a face on them, a red stash and blue stash statue? I'm reminded of that. Like, that skull rock, it looks so similar to the statues you have to bop with your hammer or ground pound on, and the red stash on them. It reminds me of that. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? It's weird, but anyway. Although, I have to say, it just looks like a red scarf was added to this old costume. Yeah, well, the captain was never one to spend much money on costumes. But, you know, the captain wasn't wearing that red scarf. But in this photo, I believe I see a red scarf. Yeah, but it's not wrapped around his neck. It's just draped on top of his neck. That red scarf was packed away with the rest of the new show's equipment. It must have fallen on top of the captain when the equipment fell down. Oh. Oh, I see. It looks like your discrepancy wasn't really a discrepancy after all. So the scarf doesn't have anything to do with the case? But there's something about the timing of the stuff falling that bothers me. Hold on. The timing of the stuff falling. The timing. Maybe my theory has been all wrong from the beginning. Maybe the bag of coins isn't the murder weapon. And so your last cross-examination ends in failure as well. You should know that such a feeble slash will never hurt me. As I said, the orca made the equipment fall and then toyed with the body in the water.
Objection!
I'm sorry, Prosecutor Blackquill, but based on the circumstances at the scene, the defendant couldn't have dragged the body into the water after the equipment fell. Heh. And why, pray tell, is that? Oh, I'll tell you all right. If my theory has been all wrong, then I'll just have to fix it. Yes, Mr. Wright, please do tell the court. What indicates that the body was not dragged into the water after the items fell? So I suppose... if the scarf is just loosely draped over him? Okay, so let's say Jack Shipley was standing around up there, and all the crates and stuff fell on him. And at that point, he'd be knocked down prone to the floor, and the scarf would be loosely draped on him, right? If he was then dragged into the water for a while, and then returned to the surface, the scarf should have fallen off, right? The scarf, right?
Take that!
This red scarf fell at the same time as the bag of coins. But if the body was dragged into the pool after the bag of coins fell, then the red scarf wouldn't still be on top of the body. What? In other words, the victim was already dead when the equipment came crashing down. Therefore, the bag of coins that fell with the red scarf was not the murder weapon.
Silence.
But it was the defense who claimed the bag of coins was a murder weapon to begin with. Well, yes, that's true. Do you intend to abandon your original argument? After hearing the testimony, I realized my theory about the murder weapon was wrong. Please recall the facts we have learned so far. It's a fact that what Orla bit was the victim's dead body. After all, when we saw the victim on the security footage, he was already dead. But then, Orla carried the victim's body to the side of the pool and knocked down the equipment for the new pirate show that was piled up there. Maybe Orla was trying to alert the humans to the victim's condition. If Orla knocked the items down on the victim after he was already dead, then it means the defendant didn't kill the victim with those items. But that's preposterous! Even still, your argument is lacking. Neither the orca's headbutting nor the bag of coins were the manner of death. Then how do you propose the victim was killed? Ugh! A very good point. If the defense is now abandoning its original theory, then we would need a new theory as to what the murder weapon was. Alright. I doubt I have no clue would go over well. Alright, let's go over what we still need to find out about the victim's body. What we don't know is how he died and why his body was at the bottom of the pool. I wonder if there's something that would explain both of those things at once. No way. Oh, do you think? Remember the series of the cranes on the ceiling? Do you suppose? Oh my god, do you suppose he was killed elsewhere and then his body was hooked up to the cranes and he was wheeled over to the pool and dropped in from the crane? Oh my god, that'd be so amazing. Like, don't get me wrong, it's awful, but that would be so good. Huh. How did the victim's body sink to the bottom of the pool? On a diagram, it's easy enough to move the body to the bottom of the pool. But in real life, the water would just cause the body to float. Oh, yeah. Right. Hold on. Water? Okay, then what if we flip that around? What if there was no water? Then the body would go right down in an instant. So could the real manner of death be... Did he fall into the empty pool? Autopsy says... bruised all over the body. All over the body. Oh. Maybe he did fall all the way in. Thanks for the great hint, Athena. What? I helped you and I didn't even know it? Your Honor, I think we know the real manner of the victim's death. I think won't do, Mr. Wright. I expect a clear answer. Now then, what was the real manner of Jack Shipley's death? What's the manner of death that moved the victim to the bottom of the pool in an instant? He fell. Please take a look at this diagram of the orca pool. If there was no water in this pool, then it would be very easy to move the victim's body to the bottom of the pool. He would drop straight down. Oh my! Could that be the true manner of death? The orca pool is about 65 feet deep. If the victim were to go from the top of the pool to the bottom when there was no water, then he would, without question, have fallen to his death. Death from a fall? And that's your answer. It all makes perfect sense. If he fell, that would explain the signs of blunt force trauma all over the body, too. The culprit pushed the victim into the pool when there was no water in it. After doing something to keep the body from floating up, they filled the pool with water. The pool water washed away any signs of blood, so no one would realize that he fell. Surprisingly, that actually makes sense. Order! Order in court. I'm just as surprised as you are, but I must have order. If falling was the manner of death, then does that mean the defendant's behavior was the result of being manipulated by the true culprit, as the defense claimed? Yes, it would have to be. All that needs to be explained now is how the real culprit commanded Orla. Miss Buckler, is there a way to instruct Orla to bite someone? What? What kind of trick would that be? Of course not. Then could you tell us about the tricks Orla does know? Well, there's jumping, dancing, and playing volleyball. And she can spin, do the rock and roll trick, and sing the swashbuckler spectacular song. Those sound like pretty nice tricks, but I doubt they're related to this case. She's also practicing 2 new top secret tricks. There's a human rocket where she shoots somebody up into the air. And then there's the lifesaver trick where she brings a drowning person to the surface. Uh-huh. Hey, one of those top secret tricks might have something to do with the case. Now, which of these 2 tricks sounds relevant to the case? The lifesaver. So, in the lifesaver trick, Orla brings a drowning person to the surface, correct? You caught it. Orla's still learning how to hold someone gently in her mouth, so she sometimes bites into their clothes and she's never hurt a person's skin. She brings a drowning person to the surface? Then that must be it. And then the killer whale swam up toward the surface with the victim in its mouth. That matches up perfectly with what Miss de Plume said in her testimony. The real culprit must have used the lifesaver trick command to manipulate Orla. I still find this very hard to believe. Then let's see it for ourselves. Let's have Orla show us her trick using a practice dummy. Heh, as you wish. The prosecution doesn't appear to have any objection. Miss Buckler, please proceed. Okay, sure. I'll show you Orla's phenomenal trick. Hey, Marlin, are you ready over there? Okay, let me just go get the practice dummy. There, it's in the pool. Ready and standing by, Sasha. Here goes, Orla's secret new trick, the lifesaver. Wow, anime. The clothes got torn up a little, but the dummy doesn't have any new marks on it. And there you have it, Orla's secret new trick. Wow, that orca's really something. A cute thing like that wouldn't hurt anybody. Sounds like the gallery loved Orla's performance. How did they see it? That was great. That awesome trick captured everybody's heart. Oh, wonderful. I wish I could see more. Looks like we silenced Prosecutor Blackquill. Thank you, Orla and Miss Buckler. And thank you too, Mr. Rhymes. And so now you can clearly see how Orla was manipulated. The bottom of the orca pool needs to be examined immediately. We might still find some evidence of the victim falling to his death. Prosecutor Blackquill, please have that taken care of at once. Excuse me, Prosecutor Blackquill, but I am requesting further investigation. Oh, he got shocked? Tisk, tisk, Prosecutor Blackquill. You have to answer the nice judge politely. Oh, that's right, I almost forgot. The thing you asked for just came in. No. And you couldn't be bothered to think of a less violent way to deliver it? What did Prosecutor Blackquill ask for? I've been waiting for this. Oh, and what is that? God damn it! How dare you stand where he stood and do that? An updated autopsy report. Oh, here we go. What? Why did it have to come now? During the recess, I ordered the body to be re-examined. Something started nagging at me during the course of the trial, you see. Here. I take it you'd like me to read it. Very well. Cause of death thought to be from 65-foot fall. Hey! That is extremely specific. But this is decisive evidence that substantiates Mr. Wright's theory. What? It's something good for a change? Huh? If the manner of death was falling into an empty pool, the orca can't be responsible. It seems Orla's complete innocence has been proven. Heh. I suppose I can't deny that. This is fantastic! You did it, Mr. Wright! Prosecutor Blackquill isn't even trying to refute it. Orla is saved! Yeah. Is it really safe to celebrate? It would appear more investigation into this case is necessary. But first, allow me to render my verdict. The court finds the defendant, Orla Shipley, not guilty. Wow! Really? Really? No last minute of check. Oh my god, okay. Wow. So this is a first. Innocence proven, and we didn't need to find the killer first. What? I mean, don't get me wrong, I know full well we're going to move into day 2 of investigation and look for the real killer, but wow. You did it. Thank you so much, Phoenix. Thank you, Athena. Orla and Marlin thank you too. Congrats, Sasha. Time to celebrate. Go on, heat up. So much fish! Oh, glad to see everybody so happy, and I'm absolutely thrilled about the verdict. Thank you, Right Dono. Huh? For what? The drained pool. Thanks to you, the truth is finally clear. Fulbright. Arrest this woman. Certainly, right away, Prosecutor Blackquill. Sasha Buckler, you are hereby under arrest for the murder of Jack Shipley. What? What are you talking about? What reason could you possibly have? Come now. You must have had some idea in the back of your dull little mind. The true culprit manipulated the orca in order to have false charges brought upon her. And who was the only one with the ability to accomplish that? It can only be the orca's trainer, But I'm sure there's some other explanation.
Silence.
I don't need any of your baseless counter-arguments. Have you forgotten? In order to enter the Orca pool room, a security card is necessary. A security card that only the victim and Sasha Buckler possessed. Miss Buckler is the only one who could have caused the victim to fall to his death. A hug! What? No, I don't believe it. Miss Buckler was so upset by Mr. Shipley's death, she couldn't have done it. Fulbright. We asked the security company yesterday to check their security card logs. Their report just came in during the recess. The night before the incident, Sasha Buckler used her card to enter the Orca pool room. After that, not a single person entered the pool room. Not until the incident was discovered when Miss Buckler and the guard ran in.
Objection!
But no one would commit murder where their card usage was being recorded. Apparently, the aquarium employees don't know that their card usage is tracked. What's more, Miss Buckler was seen arguing with the victim before the incident. So, Miss Trainer, what were you arguing about? It was a private matter. But it wasn't anything I would kill him over. That's ridiculous. Miss Buckler is the only one who entered the room, and she knows how to command Orla. Besides, I thought her suspicious from the very beginning. You suspected Miss Buckler from the start. The Orca did tricks because someone commanded her to do so. Possibly someone with a heart so black as to make her own partner the murder weapon. The possibility the Orca killed the victim, the possibility a human manipulated the Orca. I looked into both. So he suspected both Sasha and Orla all along. My gratitude to you, after all. You were the one who drew out that information about the lifesaver trick. The Orca you saved was an unwitting victim. A victim made to look like the weapon that killed Jack Shipley. No! Alright, come along then. Let's have a good long talk. Wait, I didn't kill the captain. And I would never try to frame Orla. Why would I hurt the ones I love like that? Sasha. Phoenix, Athena, you gotta believe me, Well, alright. Damn. Sasha didn't kill him. I believe that with all my heart. There's gotta be something we can do. I feel the same way. Could I have done something differently? But never in my wildest dreams did I imagine things turning out like this. It would appear that this case has taken on an entirely new aspect. But this trial is only concerned with the ruling of the defendant, Orla Shipley. So I'm afraid this concludes today's trial. Court is adjourned. To be continued. Oh, right now. Just a little. That was a big sigh, Athena. Did you lose the case? No, we won. The defendant was found not guilty. Huh? Then why are you so dejected? Daddy? Were you being mean to her? What? Picking on the new kid? Not cool, Mr. Wright, not cool. Wait a minute, talk about false accusations. You were able to prove the defendant's innocence. But then Sasha got arrested instead. So that's what happened. That's too bad. So what are you two going to do now? We're going to get to the bottom of this. I don't believe for a second that Sasha did what they're accusing her of. I don't believe it either. I won't give up. Boss, let's go see Sasha and tell her we want to represent her. Right now, I imagine she's still being questioned by the police. Let's get started on the investigation first and look for proof of her innocence. Sounds like a plan. Just leave the office to me and Polly, Daddy. If there's anything I can do to help, just say the word. Thanks. If you could organize the evidence and clean the office, that'd be great. I meant anything I could do as a lawyer. Unnecessary evidence given to Apollo. That takes care of that. Time to head to the scene of the crime. Well, look at that. The pool has been drained. Huh? There's no water in the pool. Orla, where are you? I can hear her at the bottom of the pool. Maybe there's some water down there. Orla sounds so sad. Maybe she misses Sasha. Careful there. You shouldn't get right up to the edge like that. You don't want to end up like the victim. Besides, the police are still conducting their investigation here. Don't go poking around. Detective Fulbright. Oh. Is something wrong, Miss Lawyer? You look angry. I object to you arresting Miss Buckler. Detective, I'd like to ask you some questions about the case, if you don't mind. Alright, now here's finally a really good place to end things. Well, I can't say I saw that coming, but it makes complete sense in hindsight. Yeah, we proved our client innocent. Now someone else has to take the fall, of course. Yeah, I wonder if anything new will come about this drained pool. If there's gonna be anything at the bottom. Like, we know there's coins down there, so who knows and all that. I am curious about where the blood came from that Deplume saw, the red liquid mixing in with the pool. What was that? That cloud of red. And for that matter, what was the show prop used in the Red Stash show, the skull rock full of coins? What was that doing at the bottom of this pool? That doesn't quite make sense to me. And also, if the pool is 65 feet deep, does that completely rule out my theory that the body was reeled in from the crane up top? That extra height might be counted. The autopsy report is very specific, 65 feet, no more, no less, so I don't know about that. I don't. Well, I gotta say, this case is exciting, and I like it. I'm a big fan. The cases in this game are really good. Like the intro case with the bomber, that was like, yeah, whatever. Not too much to go on. It's no investigation phase, court only, but the yokai case and now this orca case, they're both really good. I really like them. They're on the ball here. Honestly, my only complaint so far with this game is that there's no manually looking around and looking at stuff, but I mean, when the rest of the game is this good, it's hard to complain. I feel like it's being spoiled and asking for more. I'm already being served a full course meal over here, so anyway. I'm Zephyr the Jester. This has been more Dual Destinies. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, I'll catch you next time. So until then, please take care.